There was a time when people feared cursed houses, haunted forests, and dark rituals hidden in secret places. But today, many dangerous spiritual doors are sitting quietly in our hands. Your phone is not just a device for messages and entertainment. It can become a gateway that influences your mind, your emotions, your peace, and even your spiritual life. Every night before sleep, what you watch, what you listen to, and what you allow into your spirit matters more than most people realize. An X which once revealed that darkness does not always enter through dramatic rituals. Sometimes it enters through constant exposure, distraction, fear, temptation, and hidden influence flowing through a screen. Tonight, we are going to uncover why your phone can become a spiritual gateway and the powerful nightly actions you must take to protect yourself, your mind, your home, and your soul. Most people never realize how powerful the final moments before sleep truly are. At night, when the world becomes quiet and your mind begins to slow down, your spirit becomes more open than at any other time of the day. What you watch, what you hear, and what you focus on before closing your eyes does not simply disappear when you fall asleep. It settles deep inside your heart and mind. Many people spend their nights feeding themselves fear, confusion, anger, temptation, and darkness through a screen they hold inches from their face. Then they wonder why they wake up anxious, emotionally drained, restless, and spiritually heavy. The truth is that your soul cannot remain healthy if your mind is constantly consuming poison before rest. An X which once explained that darkness does not always enter through dramatic rituals or obvious evil practices. Sometimes it enters quietly through repeated exposure and constant influence. The enemy understands the power of agreement and attention. Whatever keeps your focus slowly gains influence over your emotions, your thoughts, and eventually your actions. Every scary video, every toxic conversation, every immoral image, and every negative message leaves a mark whether people realize it or not. Your phone can either become a tool that strengthens your spirit or a doorway that weakens your peace night after night. What you repeatedly consume before sleep becomes planted in your inner life like seeds waiting to grow. Think about how many people fall asleep while watching disturbing content or endlessly scrolling through negativity. Their minds never receive true peace because they carry fear and chaos into their sleep. Instead of resting with calmness, they rest with anxiety. Instead of ending the day with gratitude and clarity, they end it overwhelmed and distracted. Your spirit was never designed to absorb endless darkness every single night. You cannot feed your mind confusion and expect peace to grow inside you. You cannot surround your thoughts with fear and expect strength to rise within your heart. What enters your mind before sleep often becomes the atmosphere you wake up carrying the next morning. This is why protecting your nights is so important. Before sleeping, you must become intentional about what you allow into your spirit. Turn away from content that weakens your soul and choose things that bring life, peace, wisdom, and strength. Spend time in prayer, reflection, or quiet moments that calm your heart instead of disturbing it. Speak peace over your life and refuse to let darkness have the final voice at the end of your day. Your nights should become a place of restoration instead of spiritual exhaustion. The small decisions you make before sleep can slowly transform your emotional, mental, and spiritual condition over time. Protect your spirit before you close your eyes, because what enters your mind at night can shape the direction of your life. Many people believe spiritual danger only appears in dark places, secret rituals, or obvious acts of evil. But that is not always how darkness works. Sometimes the greatest attacks happen quietly through distraction, temptation, and constant influence that slowly weakens the soul over time. Your phone may look harmless sitting in your hand, but what flows through it every single day has the power to shape your thoughts, your emotions, and your spiritual condition. What begins as entertainment can slowly become addiction. What begins as curiosity can slowly become bondage. The enemy understands that if attention is captured long enough, peace can be stolen little by little until a person no longer recognizes who they once were. This is why guarding your phone habits is not only about discipline, but also about spiritual protection. An ex which once warned that darkness often enters through open doors, people willingly leave unguarded. Endless scrolling may seem normal, but many people are feeding their minds with fear, anger, lust, envy, confusion, and negativity for hours every day without realizing the damage being done. Every image, every message, and every video leaves something behind inside the heart. When a person constantly consumes darkness, their spirit slowly becomes exhausted and heavy. Their peace begins to disappear, their focus becomes weak, their emotions become unstable. The enemy does not always need dramatic control, when distraction alone can keep people spiritually asleep and emotionally drained every single day. Look at how many people can no longer sit in silence because their minds have become addicted to constant stimulation. The phone has become the first thing they touch in the morning and the last thing they hold at night. Instead of seeking peace, wisdom, or spiritual strength, they search endlessly for more content that leaves them empty inside. Comparison steals joy, temptation weakens discipline, fear-based content creates anxiety, toxic conversations create bitterness. Slowly people lose clarity because their minds are overcrowded with noise. The danger is not only what people watch, but also how much power they allow these influences to hold over their emotions and decisions. You must understand that every doorway you leave open affects your spiritual atmosphere. If your phone constantly fills your mind with darkness, confusion, and temptation, your inner life will eventually reflect what you consume. This is why you cannot treat your attention casually. Your focus is valuable. Your peace is valuable. Your spirit is valuable. You must learn to separate yourself from things that pull you away from truth, peace, and purpose. Strong people are not those who consume everything without limits. Strong people are those who know how to guard their hearts and protect their minds from destructive influence. Your phone should serve your life instead of controlling your spirit, because what controls your attention eventually controls your direction. Protecting your spirit every night does not require fear, complicated rituals, or dramatic actions. It begins with simple intentional habits that create peace instead of chaos in your life. Many people end their nights overwhelmed, distracted, emotionally exhausted, and mentally restless because they never prepare their minds for true rest. They fall asleep carrying anxiety from social media, fear from disturbing content, and stress from endless noise flowing through their phones. Then they wake up drained without understanding why their peace continues to disappear, an X which once explained that darkness often looks for exhausted and distracted minds, because people who never slow down rarely recognize what is affecting their spirit. This is why your nightly routine matters far more than most people realize. Before you sleep, create an atmosphere that strengthens your inner peace instead of weakening it. Turn away from content that fills your mind with negativity, temptation, confusion, or fear. Give yourself time to disconnect from constant noise and allow your thoughts to become calm again. Spend a few quiet moments in prayer, reflection, or gratitude before closing your eyes. Speak peace over your home and refuse to let darkness have the final voice at the end of your day. The condition of your nights will eventually shape the condition of your mornings, because whatever surrounds your spirit before rest often follows you into the next day. Many people underestimate the power of small, consistent habits. A few peaceful moments before sleep may seem simple, but over time they can completely transform your emotional and spiritual life. Imagine the difference between falling asleep, filled with fear, compared to falling asleep with peace in your heart. Imagine waking up with clarity instead of anxiety. Your mind was never designed to carry endless noise without rest. Your spirit was never created to live under constant pressure and distraction. True strength comes when you intentionally protect your peace and stop, allowing every influence to enter your heart without limits. The atmosphere you create at night becomes part of the foundation you build your life upon. You must understand that peace does not happen by accident. You have to choose it intentionally every single night. Put your phone down earlier when possible. Walk away from conversations or content that disturb your spirit. Fill your final moments before sleep with things that strengthen your faith, your hope, and your inner calm. Your nights should become a place of restoration instead of spiritual exhaustion. Little by little, your mind will become clearer, your emotions stronger, and your spirit lighter, because you are no longer feeding yourself darkness before rest. Small choices repeated daily can completely change the direction of your life over time. Protect your nights carefully, because a peaceful spirit is one of the greatest forms of strength a person can carry. Tonight, remember this truth very carefully. Your phone is not just a device sitting in your hand. It can either strengthen your spirit or slowly drain your peace, depending on what you allow through it every single day. What you consume before sleep matters. What controls your attention matters. The habits you build at night matter more than most people realize. Darkness does not always arrive loudly. Sometimes it enters quietly through distraction, fear, temptation, and endless noise that slowly weakens the soul. That is why you must become intentional about protecting your mind, your heart, and your spiritual life every night before you rest. Choose peace over chaos. Choose wisdom over distraction. Choose strength over temptation. Guard your spirit carefully, because your future is shaped by what you repeatedly allow into your life. The small decisions you make every night can either open doors to confusion or create an atmosphere of peace, clarity, and restoration. Take control of your nights, protect your inner life, and never forget that a guarded spirit is a powerful spirit.